side of the room, to my left from where I'm standing. All right. Here down the center, guests of Rotarians. Linda has a guest to introduce.
Thank you, President John. I have today with me Marvin Qualls. Marvin is with Coldwell Banker, and he reached out to Bruce Lobarger, who turned his name over to the membership committee, and he's here today scoping us out. Welcome.
All right, welcome. Yeah.
You're the guest. All right. Then I would like to turn it over to Bo Glenn, who will introduce our CVCC student guests.
Thank you, President John. Ladies, if you'll stand up. I have with us today, we have our CVCC students this semester are Kathleen Allrutz, Kathleen, and Allison Lathrop. And on the way over, I did learn some interesting things about them, and see if you can figure out which one I'm talking about. Okay? Well, one of them is terrified of heights. That would be Kathleen. She's not going to do anything that's up above anything. One of them was sent to the principal's office in 2nd grade for biting her friend. That was Allison. I don't think either one's going to admit to that. One of them has 3 children and the joys of a high schooler. That's Allison. One of them was another one. This is a theme that keeps hitting them. Another one was sent to the principal's office in 1st grade for hiding in the playground. That was Kathleen. And finally, one of them grew up in North Dakota, and they really did have to go to school in 2 feet of snow.
That's wrong. It's South Dakota.
South Dakota. I'm so sorry. Well, I'm going to let them introduce themselves just a little bit, tell you a little about themselves. This is Allison.
Hi, I'm Allison. I'm in the photography program at CVCC. I do have 3 kids. I'm not 21.
Welcome.
Hey, I'm Kathleen Alrutz. I'm in the nursing program at CVCC, and I don't know, I have 6 siblings, I have a big family, and my mom was a nurse, that's why I wanted to be a nurse. And I'm 19.
Thank you very much. Now I have a gift for each of you. It is a Rotary tote bag.
Thank you.
I can let everyone know that you came to the Hickory Rotary Club today. John, did you want to say something about Paul Harris Fellowship?
I don't know if I want to say something, because Sarah told me I was supposed to say something. So I'm happy to do it. Just a reminder that this month is Rotary Foundation Month. We will match any contributions that any of you make towards your first Paul Harris Fellow, or if you wish to do an additional Paul Harris Fellow, and there are no limits on that. We'll match up to $200, Sarah, is that correct? And if you wonder how much money you have in your account, Sarah has that list. So see Sarah after the meeting, and she can hook you up with that information. But don't forget, it is Rotary Foundation Month. We're so close, so close. Let's beat this. Let's beat polio. Let's do
Amen.
it, and we can do it together.
Thank you, John. And Jeff Butler wants to tell us about bell ringing.
I want to thank everyone that signed up so far. Remember, we're going to have 72 spots to fill, so we've got a good ways to go, so please come see me afterwards. We're signing up from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. on both December the 9th and December the 16th. And we'll be at the same locations as last year. The Walmart, both doors, the retail and the grocery on your 70 beside the Sam's Club. And we'll be doing the Sam's Club also. So please come see me afterwards, and hopefully we can start filling all these spots.
I see a few Rotarians on here bringing guests. You can bring a guest to ring the bell with you. Reminder today at 3:30 at Patrick Beaver Library is the dedication of the book bus, which we help to fund. So hopefully turn out for that. I will be there. Let's see. Oh, Jennifer. Sorry, I walked all the way away from you. So now I will chase back to you.
Okay, just as a reminder, which I know if you look at your emails from Bruce, you've seen it, the Christmas social will be Thursday, December 1st, so not next Thursday, Thanksgiving, but the following. You'll have sheets, you all have sheets on your table for sign up. President John has graciously agreed to have the club pay for the food for each member and one guest. Each additional guest that you'll bring will be $15, and it'll be a cash bar, and it's from 5:30 to 7:30-ish. We usually stay longer than that. And then afterwards, most people will venture either over to Highland or downstairs to Ale House to have dinner. So hope y'all can join there. Please email me if you do not sign up, but we need all reservations by the 29th of November. Thank you.
Thanks, Jennifer. Do we have any announcements from the floor today? Yes, Cliff.
I guess
You should come around this way so you'll be on camera.
I don't need to be on camera. I'm on enough cameras anyway all the time. I just want, yeah, I knew you would, but I just wanted again to keep the club up to date about the post-polio survivors group. They have a formal name now, Piedmont Post-Polio Support Group. And on Tuesday of this week, the mayor came and presented that plaque that you saw a picture of in the Spoke the other week to the group, and spoke very movingly with them about that. And also, Ms. Hofstetter, who wrote the book Blue, was their program. One other thing I want to thank the mayor for is as he is providing a banner for our next First Friday Rotary collection of the Eat at Groucho's event that will be, I guess, the day after our social. And so please remember to go on those First Fridays to Groucho's. Meg has got a great idea, and we left room on the banner that's being provided for that for other restaurants to join in that effort. And that was a great idea that Meg had. So if you are friends with or know somebody that has a restaurant that might be willing to donate some of their profits to eradicating polio like Meg has done, please let me know, and we'll get their logo on the banner or whatever. So, okay? Oh, there you are, Meg. Thank you, as always. Thank you.
Thank you, Cliff, and thank you for that reminder about the First Friday, because this is the last time this month that we'll be in this room, because next week, don't come here. It's Thanksgiving. We won't be having a meeting. They will be having a meal here, so I don't know if the general public is allowed in, but maybe you can grab it.
Kind of doubt it.
And then the week following is our Christmas social, but Friday, December 2nd is the first Friday of December, so that is Polio Plus Day at Groucho's. Now I'd like to ask John Bates to come up to the podium. John, I have the pleasure of presenting you with your Paul Harris Benefactor ribbon. It goes on to your Paul Harris bin. Tell us about being a benefactor. What does that mean?
Well, benefactor doesn't cost anybody anything. It costs your heirs, because you put a minimum of $1,000, and there's a special one for $10,000 in your will or with an insurance policy, and then the money goes, when you die, the money goes there. And my wife and I decided, since I was spending $1,000 of her money, she would go ahead and spend $1,000 of my money too. And so we both became benefactors.
Well, that's wonderful. For that. And now, John Olson has our Rotary Sunshine Moment.
Go, John.
I don't want to give too many applause if his head gets too big.
You're in South Dakota.
Rapid City.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know. I'll taste it. Yes, I know Rapid City.
Is that good? And thank you very little.
You're welcome.
So, let's see, we're gonna wish some happy birthdays for this week and next week. We have Ann Williams and Bob Schaffner today, November 17th.
Where's Bob?
Happy birthday. Doug Rongo tomorrow, Friday, November 18th. Young Frank
Young Frank.
November 23rd. Happy birthday, young Frank. And Linda Lutz and Jerry Wilfong on November 24th.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, everybody. I did receive late breaking news from my chairman, Clarence Pugh, that I had a visit with our brother Neil McGeechee, and shared a good bit of time with Neil, and Neil's doing very well. Neil actually felt well enough to where he walked unassisted from rehab back to his room. So that's great news for Brother Neil, and I'm sure he would welcome any notes or cards or calls or visits if you're down in the Winston-Salem area. Had some sad news to report. I know we don't have a lot of Appalachian State alums here in the club. We do have a lot here in Hickory, but our Yosef Club Director, Gerald Adams, who had served, after serving the Danville, Virginia school system for 30 years, he served our university for 25 years as the director of our scholarship program, the Yosef Club. Gerald, pretty sad, retired about 2 weeks ago and was honored at one of our games, our last home game. And Gerald died last Wednesday, only 10 days after his retirement.
That's why you retired at 62.
Tumor issues up in the noggin, and took him out and went to see him off last Sunday, and God rest his soul, he's a good man. So, any other news on health of the club?
Yeah, there's.
After that buzzkill. All right, I've got a short story. My dad turned 87. That's good news. Turned 87 November 5th. He's still got a great sense of humor. And he has lunch with a couple of his old buddies once a week. And they were having a conversation, and they were talking about, just friends from church, 3 of the friends from church that, get together and have lunch. And basically, they were talking about what, when they move on to the next world, what they would like people to say when they're coming through the procession line and kind of saying their last remarks. And Artie said, I'd like them to say I was a wonderful husband, a fine spiritual leader, and a great family man. And my dad's friend Eugene commented, I'd like them to say that I was a wonderful teacher and servant of God who made a huge difference in people's lives. And my dad, Cliff, kind of smiled and said, I'd like them to say, look, he's still moving. Thank you very much.
Thank you, John. Now I'll turn it over to Linda Lutz for our program today.
As noted in your spoke, Interact is Rotary International Service Club for young people ages 12 to 18. Interact clubs are sponsored by individual Rotary clubs, which provide support and guidance. For many years, this club has sponsored the Hickory High School Interact Club. And by so doing, we are empowering young people in this community to take action, to become leaders, and to gain a global perspective. We are enabling these club members to have fun while carrying out service projects and learning about the world. This year, we have a new club advisor, Madison Yount, and because of her enthusiasm, the club has grown to have more than 160 student members. And I want to thank each and every Rotarian who has been involved with Interact. And now, let's hear from Madison and her students so they can give us an up-close and personal look at what Interact is all about. Okay? Thank you.
I'm gonna hold this microphone so you can hear me a little better. Is everyone good? You hear me? Okay. As Ms. Lute said, I am Madison Yount, and I am an English teacher at Hickory High School, and I have the privilege of being the advisor of the Interact Club this year. I graduated from Hickory High School in 2010, and Ms. Ray, the previous Interact advisor, was my Interact advisor, and before she left, she came to me and said, Maddie, I need you to advise the club, I'm leaving. And I said, oh my goodness, you're leaving. And she said, yes, but she and I talked, and I was so excited that she asked me to take over the club, and it has grown, as Ms. Lute said, significantly. We have almost doubled in numbers, which is partly to these girls who have done a great job of advertising it with the students. One of the things that I want to talk to you about is just how enthusiastic the students are about serving and how diverse our club is. We actually have the most diverse club at Hickory High School, and we welcome any student who has an interest in serving. And we're in fact the only club on campus that does that. Other clubs are very selective in their membership, and we're not. We just want to take anyone who will serve. A couple of things that we are doing this year, and that we already have done. We will actually be at the Turkey Trot this Saturday. We've got about 15 students coming that are going to help out and cheer on the runners and give out water. They have done 4 walkathons this year, and the Turkey Trot is going to be their 5th one. We have also done recycling, which we do every Monday, which Sydney in just a minute is going to talk to you about. Each month we also go to the Bryan Center, and Gracia is going to talk to you about that in a minute. We also help out around the school in other ways. For instance, this afternoon we are going to be collecting water for the firemen that are fighting, and we're going to be collecting Gatorade and chopstick, etc. And we work closely with other clubs in the school so that we all kind of get a sense of community and service. So we're actually going to be helping with student council with that. We also do the Salvation Army Soup Kitchen, and we help out there once a month. Those are our regular projects. However, we take on seasonal things as well. We just finished Operation Christmas Child, and we are sending off those boxes to Samaritan's Purse. That is what we have done this semester. The spring is going to be a little bit busier. We actually have a meeting after school today, and someone from Raleigh is going to be coming, and we are getting involved with Pasta for Pennies, which is an organization that collects pennies, and they actually put it towards cancer research. So that is kind of an overview of what we do, and a little bit about what we are about. But I'm going to let you hear from these girls. This is Gracia Hernandez, and this is Sydney Brockenver, and they're going to tell you what they do in the club and why they like to serve.
Hello, my name is Gracia Hernandez, and I'm a sophomore at Hickory High School. Okay.
Just keep talking. Just keep talking.
Okay. I've been in Interact since my freshman year, and this year I am managing bingo at the Bryan Center. When I'm not in school or doing school activities, I like to spend time with my friends and family, and I enjoy cuddling with my dogs. Other activities that I am involved in at school are Beta Club, the National Society of High School Scholars, Leadership 2000, and I am also a part of the band. Bingo at the Bryan Center is really what it sounds like. We go to the facility, play bingo with the residents, and just brighten their days. Some of the people that live there do not get visits from their family at all, and it just makes me really sad. And whenever you just walk in the room, they smile when they see you, and they love you, and they give you hugs and kisses, and it's just precious. They're the most sweetest people you will ever meet. The Bryant Center is kind of like a rehabilitation center, so you have elderly folks, and you also have people with mental disabilities. It's nice to see them get excited when they get bingo and their prize is $0.25 or $1. I just love being there. I like helping people so much. In the future, I hope to go to a nursing school and become a nurse. I like knowing that I give people at least a small help in their lives. It just makes me happy, and that's all I live for.
There you go.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sydney Brockenborough, and I would definitely agree with Grace here. Going to the Bryant Center is a truly awesome experience. At school, I'm in charge of the recycling program at school, and what we do is on Mondays we meet after school in Mrs. Young's room, we take attendance, and we go down to the blue bins and we recycle across the whole entire school. I've actually been recycling since the 3rd grade, and it's one of my favorite things to do. And so when I found out we had a recycling program at Hickory High, I got so excited for it. One of the most important things about recycling is that it helps the environment. And a lot of people don't think about it when you get paper or plastic and you just throw it in the trash. You don't actually think about what that's doing to the environment. So I think it's important to be cognizant of those things, and when you recycle, it's really helping out the earth. I like serving other people. I love making other people happy, and that's what I love about Interact. Interact is a very diverse club, as Mrs. Yant said, and I love that it's so accepting of anyone that wants to help.
One of the things that we wanted you to get from this is an opportunity to ask us questions. If you wanted to know more about the club, more about what we do, or if you're just curious about kind of what it looks like day to day. So we just want to turn the floor open for questions. So if you have any questions, let us know. We're happy to answer them. Yes.
How do you do all that?
Yeah.
How do you have time to do all that?
Put us to shame.
I have, as you can see, these girls are phenomenal. They help me a lot, and we actually have a rather large executive board. And the students are phenomenal. And one of the things that I told them when I came on as advisor, I met with the executive board, and I said, I really don't want this to be my club. I really want it to be your club, and I really want to make sure that we're serving. And so we talked about some of the things that they wanted to do to serve, and we made it to where we're still serving the community, but we're doing what the kids want and what they're passionate about. And I think that's one of the reasons the club has grown so much, is because I put it kind of in their hands, where they truly have an opportunity to lead and the opportunity to serve, and they can be involved in whatever they want to be involved in. And these girls, they picked what they wanted to do. You know, I didn't have to ask them, oh, we need someone to go to the Bryant Center. They jumped up. Same thing with recycling. So it's honestly the members that make it possible for all of us to do this. Great question.
Absolutely.
Yes?
What kind of requirements do they have as far as attendance and service hours and that sort of thing?
For service hours, they have 10 service hours per semester. So first semester, they have to have a minimum of 5 Interact hours, which means you have to actually serve through the Interact Club. So you have to maybe go to the Bryant Center, recycle, you have to participate in the Salvation Army, do Operation Christmas Child. You actually have to gain your hours through Interact. And then we allow 5 non-Interact hours, and you can serve in any way that you want. And then the second semester, you have to have 10 hours as well, 5 non-Interact and 5 Interact. So they're doing a total of 20 service hours. We actually have the most requirements for service hours at our school. Most clubs only require 10 a year, but since we are a pure service club, we have the most. In terms of attendance, you're allowed to miss 1 meeting. We meet every 3rd Thursday after school. And in terms of signing up for projects, attendance is mandatory unless you have a family emergency, an after-school event, or a school function, because we really want to, one of the things that I'm really big on is I want to teach them responsibility, And if you're going to sign up for something, you need to keep your word and follow through with it. We had a little bit of issues with that at the beginning, kids saying we're going to show up and they didn't. So I walked them back through, we do this for other people. And I think reiterating that really helped them realize, okay, yes, this is what we are about. And attendance has grown significantly in terms of helping with projects ever since we talked about that. Yes. Oh.
Me? Okay.
Yes.
When Leslie and I were at Hickory High just a few years ago, we were at Interact, and we had a big dance. Do y'all still have a big dance?
We don't anymore. The school has much stricter policies in terms of dances nowadays.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh. Y'all did it.
You did it, that's right. Frank's fault, yeah.
That's awesome then. That is something that I would like to hear more about.
Maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not. Any other questions? Yes.
Are there other Interact clubs in the county? Do you all do anything together with other Interact clubs if there are?
I know that there is an Interact club at Newton Conover High School, and that is where Cheryl Ray is now, who's the previous Interact advisor. And she and I have talked about doing something collaboratively, which I think would be great, because she is just starting the Interact club there with their Rotary. It is brand new and she doesn't have many members, but she wants to get that kind of grown and keep it growing, and then we're going to try and do something. But in terms of Catawba County, I'm not sure. When I was at Bunker Hill, I know that they didn't have anything like that. Yes?
Is your Interact Club going to be involved in the district Interact event that's happening next spring?
We are trying. We have to jump through a lot of hoops in order to get permission to leave campus, buses, etc. So we're hoping that we're going to be able to, but it's also during exams, and our principal is not too keen on that.
Oh, what horrible
yes.
timing.
Maybe one or two more questions, and then we'll stop.
Good.
Any questions for these girls?
They're wonderful, guys.
Goodness.
They're awesome.
All right, well, if you guys don't have any questions. Oh, you have a question?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
I wanted to hear more about the details of the recycling program, how it works, if you know what kind of volume.
Of course. So what happens is, at our meetings, we allow kids to sign up. And the way recycling works is that we have about 18 to 21 kids who come in. And we go down out where the buses are. And there are these blue recycling bins. And in each classroom, they have white recycling buckets or small blue recycling bins, one for paper and one for plastic. And then we assign kids quadrants around the school. So some kids will be assigned to the CTE department or the office or different sections of the school. And each group of students is required to go around and dump the paper into their respective bins. And then they put the bins back downstairs where the buses are, and then they get to go.
Just to give you an idea, we have about, what would you say, 8 to 10 blue recycling bins, and we're talking about the new blue ones that the City of Hickory put out last summer. So we have about 8 to 10 of those, and each week we probably fill up 4 or 5 from the whole entire school. So we're recycling, we encourage it. Every Monday there's an announcement, hey teachers, if you want to recycle, put your bins outside of your classroom. Students are going to come around and pick it up. So it's a big job, I mean, every week, but like she said, we have several kids that come to help, so we get it done pretty quickly, but we're moving a lot of stuff. Yes? Yes?
Go ahead.
I just wanted to ask, which project gets the most excitement from the Interact members?
What do you guys think?
I don't know.
They did that pretty good.
They'll ring in.
That's all we're reading.
I would say recycling has a huge turnout. We have several kids that are interested in the walkathons. The one that I'm really trying to get kids to go to because it has the least amount of turnout is helping at the Salvation Army Soup Kitchen. So we're trying to talk that up and get them to go there. It's an incredible experience. That was my favorite one. That was actually the project that I was in charge of when I was a student. So I love that one. But I would say kids love the recycling because it's fun, they get to do it together, they get to go around to their teachers, and they get to see different parts of the school, kind of secret rooms and stuff that they haven't seen before, so they like that. Yes. Well, thank you guys so much for having us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Madison. Thank you, Sydney, and thank you, Gracie. I do have some gifts for you.
That's what we all do.
Your very own Rotary tote bag. Tote bag. Have either of you signed up for bell ringing?
They haven't yet. There will be an opportunity this afternoon.
Okay. And any of you, if you're interested, could sign up because they have to have an adult Rotarian present. Suzanne, I noticed, was signed up with some interacts.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention to them that I'm signed up for December the 9th, I guess it is, from 6 to 9, and I try to make it fun, so to recruit people, we're gonna have a karaoke microphone, and we also get involved with nominating people for people of Walmart. Yeah, tell your friends.
It sounds like a party.
People of Walmart.
Yeah, people of Walmart. John?
Yes,
How
Ann.
many former interactors do we have who are now Rotary members?
I don't know, I could ask the room.
Yes.
Do we have any former interactors that are now Rotarians? 1, 2, 3, 4,
How about
5.
that?
Yeah,
That's great.
Even
that's what we should do.
Mr. Young, who somehow managed to close down school dances. All right then, let's see. Well, John Olson stole my notes.
Well, we'll do the.
Mark Seaman has the raffle. Oh, he got it closer.
Yeah, here I am, John.
Where's John? Take his notes back to him.
All right.
So,
Yep.
okay, there it is.
41.
$52 taken in today, $699 in the pot, 41 cards and 2 jokers.
Ladies like to draw
And
for us.
Sophie or Mauricio, if you'll choose our winner.
My glasses.
What's that?
No.
All right, the last 4 numbers are 5240.
Ooh, Mr. by 10.
5240.
I bet Avery's got it.
Student's new best friend. 5240.
He did. All right.
Jerry, you're going to be the designated picker?
I'm the designated picker.
All right, well, here are the cards.
Go, Jerry. Go.
Get it.
Oh.
Mark, all right, free lunch. Thank you, Mark.
My pleasure, John.
To thank our visiting Rotarians and guests for joining us today, our students, all of our students. Remind you, please let Jennifer know either by email or you have the sign-up sheets on the tables today for the Christmas social, so that she knows that you're coming.
And it's been down to 2 cars.
December the 2nd is Groucho's Olio Plus Day. Remember, next week, there is no meeting. And then on December 1st, we will see you at Holler Mill. So everyone, please rise and join me in the 4-way test. Of the things we think, say,